Do not start an Airbnb short-term rental this year. Starting an Airbnb short-term rental this year is so much different than it was 3 years ago. And if you don't do the right homework and the right market research, finding the best locations that deliver the highest revenue and providing the guest with the most up-to-date value, you will find yourself quickly losing at the Airbnb short-term rental game. So whatever you do, do not start an Airbnb short-term rental this year until you've watched this video. Remember, this is the channel that provides you an all-access pass to everything cash flow, capital, and credit by ensuring you have the right financial literacies for business success. This is part of my short-term rentals series. Stop saying you're in a side hustle and start saying I am open for business. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification for notifications of future videos. Let's dive in. Did you know that the majority of your Airbnb guests, they only want to stay at your location for 2 nights? They only want to drive roughly 2 to 3 hours to reach your location. And when they get there, they don't necessarily want to even spend most of their day at your place because they want to be out experiencing the destination and being outside. But that doesn't mean that you get to slack, even if they will spend most of their time not inside of your place, okay? You still need to provide the guest with the best and greatest value that is possible. Take it from me, everybody. I'm Edward Bilder, real estate investor, millionaire, entrepreneur, coach, educator, engineer, and father of 4. And I'm about to share with you my top 3 strategies for opening an Airbnb short-term rental this year to help you accelerate your cash flow. Starting with strategy number 1, and that is how to compete inside of saturated markets. As Airbnb is changing more and more each and every day, more hosts are finding their way to the platform. So is saturation necessarily a problem? Well, yes and maybe no. Now, naturally in the big city areas like closer to Pittsburgh or Atlanta or Houston or Dallas, those areas are going to be heavily saturated. So naturally, the closer you are to the city, closer you are to like hospitals, you're going to see a much lower nightly rate. But what is now happening around those cities is some of the destination locations like lakes and ski resorts are suddenly becoming a bit saturated. So you got to ask yourself the question, is that saturation necessarily a problem? I'm going to give you some tips here on how you can evaluate your market to let you know if you should be in that market or if you should be looking for new markets. What you want to do is you want to start to look at some of your other competition, because a lot of that competition, I hate to say this, they might just be late to the game joining Airbnb. Especially true for the ski destinations and the lake destinations, because those destinations are not necessarily new. These houses have been rented as short-term rentals for 20 plus years, but suddenly now those hosts are finding that they're getting less market traffic to their traditional way of marketing the properties. And so now they are finding it inevitable that they have to join the Airbnb market to gain that traffic, to have more viewers going to their properties instead of losing it to their competition and the new competition. So I like to take a look at my neighboring competition and evaluate what is really inside of their property. If I am seeing that they are outdated with a lot of their furniture and a lot of their cleaning practices, and if they are still requiring you to bring your own linens and towels and you name it, bring your own soaps and everything, then they are certainly one of the ones that have been here for 20 plus years, and you do not necessarily have to worry about them as competition. They will naturally price themselves a bit lower because they can't compete with the fact that we're providing linens, we're providing towels, we're providing all the things that the guest needs, and having the most up-to-date of everything inside that property puts us at that competitive edge, allows us to charge a higher nightly rate, and still capitalize on the best market for those ski resorts and those lake destinations. And this brings us perfectly to strategy number 2, ensuring that you have the best quality and top value for your market. Those standards have changed so much. As I just mentioned in this previous section, in section number 1, strategy 1, if you take a look at your competitors that are in your area and you take a look at the televisions and you see that they have tube televisions instead of flat screens, and they have old couches, and they have old kitchens, and they have old carpets. Their levels of quality do not meet today's standards of what a guest expects. They want to see brand new furniture, flat screen TVs, updated kitchens, updated appliances. They want to see updated washers and dryers, carpets, you name it. They want something that's new. Mattresses, right? Brand new. They want to have all the linens provided, okay? So you have to deliver the best quality and the best value for your guests. And I can guarantee if you look around your market, you will find that if you're starting out this year following my tips, you will be ahead of the rest, and you could raise your price to deliver a much greater value for your market. Now, I want to point out too that the quality of cleaning standards have changed significantly since that of 3 years ago, and especially since that of 20 years ago, that if you find even the slightest dust bunny in the corner or like a cobweb in the corner, your guest will make sure that you're aware of it because they paid some $200 fee to have that property cleaned before they got there, okay? So making sure that you have the best cleanliness before that property is even available to your guest is very important. Those hosts that have been on the platform for at least 20 plus years, they don't have those same standards as we do today, and you will outperform them in the long run if you follow these tips. Wow, I'm revealing all of my biggest secrets in this video. Remember to hit the like button and become a subscriber. Hit that bell notification to be notified of my next upcoming video. And if you want me to go into more depth in anything that I'm talking about in this video, leave a comment down below. The best secret to growing wealth quickly is to bring others along with you. So share this with all of your friends and all of your family. Let's get back to the video. Strategy number 3, real estate investing has changed this year significantly. Real estate investing has changed with higher prices, and the fact that appraisals have not caught up to those prices creates such a bottleneck for you, the buyer who's out there investing in real estate, trying to buy something in a new market. It is not easy to buy a house today. There's low inventory, prices are high, and you get tied up in escrow for 90 plus days just to find that you've lost the price, you've lost that house to a competitor who bought it out from underneath you, okay? So buying a house is not how I enter into new markets. I never go the route of using traditional realtors to buy a home and have them tied up under contract for 90 plus days. I start with methods like Airbnb arbitrage and Airbnb partnerships because you don't necessarily need to own the home in order to list the space on Airbnb Short Term Rentals. And arbitrage simply means you go out and you lease a space. Let's say you rent a house for $1,000 a month, and then you turn that around for a nightly rate of $100. Earning a potential of $3,000 for that month. You've just earned yourself $2,000. You see how that works? Now you do need to buy the furniture in this method. Partnerships is another great strategy where you don't even have to own the house. You don't have to pay any down payments. You don't have to rent it. You simply have to decide how you and the owner of that home will split up whatever percentages are for you listing that space for them. In some cases, they could buy the furniture for that house. You would then give them a greater share. You could split the cost of the furniture and split the share, or you can buy all the furniture yourself and then get a higher share than they would by renting it, owning that furniture and listing it for them on Airbnb Short Term Rental. Check it out. It is the best way to enter into new markets without having to go through the process of buying real estate. Now, I'm not saying I don't buy any real estate. I actually buy real estate that I've rented and partnered with for several years with those owners, and then I work out negotiations, great off-market negotiations to buy those properties from them. I don't have to worry about being tied up for 90 days. My property's already listed. I'm already occupying it, and then I end up buying those properties in the long run. So check out those methods. All right, here comes a bonus tip for you. I love giving away bonus tips. Use this strategy. OPM, other people's money. Whenever possible in the short-term rental game, leverage OPM. That's other people's money. This can naturally be done with Airbnb arbitraging and partnerships. Remember, we said the partnerships has the most other people's money tied up into it. They could buy the furniture. They own the properties. You are literally paying nothing to list their property and taking a percentage, right? Now, the arbitraging requires you to come up with a little bit more money, but you could still get that done without having to buy and own that house, right? You're saving a ton of money. You're not putting in down payments for buying that house, right? Because as I said a moment ago, buying a house is not how I would enter into a new market, especially if I'm just starting out. I'm not going to go out and buy a house for the first time to trial it on Airbnb Short Term Rentals, all right? Now, I want you to check out this video next here. It's found in the description. I show you how to buy houses with bad credit, and it doesn't require any of your credit to get it done. So check out that video. It's a great technique for using other people's money to get yourself a short-term rental property. Now, I also teach on this channel how to gain business credit, a great technique for using other people's money. You're using a financial institute's money. So check out this video, also found in the description. So many easy methods to gain up to $100,000 with very little effort and no credit checks, okay? No credit checks to get yourself $100,000. Check out that video next after this one. I want to thank you for joining me for another video today. Before you leave, don't forget to sign up for my email list. It's easy to do. I always send away free templates through my email list and updates around my new master course that I'm launching here in the next few weeks on Airbnb, on how to open Airbnbs. Real transformations are happening every day with members from my channel and my courses. So it's very easy to join the email list. Simply go to the description, type in your email, and you'll get a notification that you've been added to the email list. Don't forget, I also have, for a very limited time, a crash course that teaches you how to open an Airbnb. It's a very limited offer because I am merging that with my master course, and it will no longer be offered at such a great price and value. It teaches you how to open an Airbnb with a $50 bill, cash flow in 3 business days, earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. You don't have to own the real estate. You don't have to have big credit checks to do this. And when you want to repeat the process and scale, you just simply repeat it over and over again and grow and scale to as large as you wish. Check out that in the description. It is available for a very limited time before I merge that with my master course. Don't forget, if you want to sign up for coaching with me, find me through the description as well. I hope you guys get out and take all these actions today so you have a brighter future and better future tomorrow. I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Bye for now.